Hey guys, Soul here, and it's that time again. This is always a really fun and hype time. Welcome to my recap of the Square Enix stream that they did for DFFOO Global's 3rd anniversary. It's a little hard to believe that we've been playing this game this long, or at least I have. I've been playing since pretty much week 1 of it releasing, and time has really flown. This game has really gone through a lot of changes from how it used to be to how it is now. And I'm still really enjoying it, so hopefully you guys are too. I'm going to be getting right into this, but real quick, thank you as always to Galano PCP for providing the slides. Thank you, sir. It's a huge help. I'm at work when these streams are happening, so I really can't get these slides. And so he really does a great job with it, so thank you as always. But yeah, let's just get right into it, guys. And for people that have been part of my channel, watching my content for a long time, stick around at the end. I'll have some words to say about stuff, but yeah, let's get into it. So, various additions and QL improvements. So, happening pretty much tomorrow morning at the time of this recording, there's going to be a party use screen where you can easily view your party composition from the quest clear screen, which is pretty cool, actually. Draw related, there's going to be a daily free single draw added, usable once daily on one existing banner. So, it's not locked on a specific banner. You can choose whatever banner you like, but it is a daily free single. It's not a multi, it's a single. So, it's pretty much just like spending a ticket on a banner. But hey, it's free every single day, and there's going to be a free draw available notification added to the home screen, which is great because I know for one, I would forget because some days I only log on to this game, do one quest for the dailies, then I'm out. So I'm glad that notification will be there. There's going to be an Abyss-related change, restricted character screen added, similar to how it is now in Dimensions End, where you can view your comps used for the stages that lock you out. And then a crystal-related change, the inventory and limit's going to be increased up to 99,999. You can change your crystal, crystal color's name added to crystal strength enhancement screens. Change your crystal color names, oh god. Okay, so new feature is going to be elite hunts. So you can exchange DISSIDIA Points for an elite hunt application, granting a random elite hunt permit. Defeat the elite mark before the permit expires for daily hunt tokens. So, notes down here, elite hunts do not replace daily hunts. Limit 1 elite hunt application per week. Rewards are the same regardless of elite mark. So, it's pretty much, from what I can tell, just a harder version of a hunt, which is kind of nice, because constantly face rolling a cactuar is, well, it gets old pretty quick. This is something that I'm actually very excited for, and it's such a small little feature, but I really love it. So, it's going to be something called the status badge. It's going to be appearing in co-op quests and the co-op friend screens too. You can personalize your name with a status badge at the end. Obtainable with badge tokens for special events campaigns. 7 badges will be available after maintenance. More will be added over time. You'll never have enough tokens to own all available badges at the same time, so choose wisely. Like I said, it's a very small change, but it's one that I really enjoy because it really helps. It's just one extra little thing for players to kind of set themselves apart from each other. So I don't know. I just think it's adorable. I just think it's a cool little feature. And if they ever add like a Tomberry, that's pretty much just gonna be my symbol forever, because I love Tomberries. That's my favorite Final Fantasy enemy of all time. So Tomberry, you hear this, devs? Tomberry icon. I'm in there. I'm on it. But yeah, I really like that. That's pretty cool. Nice little change. And starting right away, oh my god, we are getting the World of Illusions Divine Diablos event. So Diablos' illusion board and level 40 will be unlocked to earn illusion points from the level 150, so Cosmos quest, and strengthen Diablos with Diablos' illusion borders. Earn more illusion points with an active Moogle Pass. Ramses LD and Burst will be dropping along with this, and him and Machina will be getting their extensions as well. There's going to be a co-op event until February 15th, and the way that you get points through the illusion grind is you bring synergy characters. The more synergy characters you bring, the more points you will get per run. The era of how it used to be with some boards where you had to use like books, like experience books to get more points, that's dead. Books have lost a lot of value at this point. Now it's run 3 synergy characters and you just run them until you have enough points. If you have a Mog Pass available and you're running triple synergy, and you will be able to be done entirely with the boards after 75 runs. Now, because these are co-op stages, or I keep saying co-op, because they're Cosmos stages, even with triple synergy, it's still going to take a few minutes to do. So the grind without Mog Pass, like without the Mog Pass, but you're still running triple synergy, is 150 runs. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a grind, but the rewards are insane. I think it's like 40,000 gems, 400 draw tickets, 5 ingots, and Diablos will be leveled up to 40. So there's a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff to get from the boards, but it's a lot of work too. And also, Rams will be getting a rework with his LDM burst. So as I mentioned, I said earlier, they're getting extensions. So LD boards, so contains nodes with passives that enhance LD ability, so extends it, and a node to unlock their LD call ability, added over time, generally for an event's primary featured characters. As I mentioned before as well, Ramza and Machina will both be getting theirs right away with Diablos, the event. LD call ability allows the equipped call of that character to use a variant of their LD ability, equipped alongside the normal call ability. So you cannot mix one character's call ability with another character's LD call ability. So for example, you can't equip Cloud's call ability with Machina's LD call. It has to be the same character. And then as you can see here, LD board will have this little LD symbol, LD board view, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Third anniversary campaign starts January 31st till March 1st. So we have an entire month of goodies. So daily free multi-draw on the third anniversary draw banner, which as you can see there, 3 years of EX weapons return. So a free multi every single day for a month. That's pretty nuts. I'm still looking for Paladin Cecil's EX. And I think that's pretty much. Oh, I'd like to get Vaughn's too. And yeah, I think those are the only 2 X's that I want. Yeah, because I think I literally have everyone else so far. But yeah, that'll be cool. And then daily hunts, anniversary, Gigantor, additional daily missions for daily hunt tokens. And then there's also going to be free first multi draws on select banners. We're also going to be getting a one-time login bonus, a celebratory status badge, third. I mean, if you want to have 3RD next to your name, I guess you can do that. Chocobo panel missions featuring 2 status badges, so a 3, and then the Moogle, which I actually like that Moogle one. I might put that depending on how those default badges look. 7-day login bonus periods earn a different reward each day. I see a burst token there, so that's immediately catching my eye, and I also see EX tokens. So, yeah, that's pretty sick. I am all about that. If it is indeed 7 days and this is a full month going, that might potentially mean we might get like 4 EX tokens, 4 burst tokens. I don't know about that. That sounds to me absolutely ludicrous, but I would be all over for that. I'm hyped that there's burst tokens available. Half SP for World of Illusions, Summon Trials, Cycle Quest Rewards ×2, and character appearance rate ×2. However, they still will not give the token dungeon a double drop rate again. They're just killing me, man. They're just killing me. It's sort of been a great time to do it because I know people are going to be popping Mog passes for the Divine Diablos grind. And they still won't do it. Oh, it's killing me, devs. It would have been so good. I was so prepared to just go ballistic and just go art hunting all over again, but alas, that's not meant to be, I guess. There's also going to be a 3rd anniversary gem sale with plus 10% back campaign. A whole bunch of good stuff to buy. 10% back campaign. Now, this is interesting. So, if you have been thinking about spending money in the game or you are a whale, well, you are in luck. Any purchase from the gem shop during the campaign will give 10% bonus gems based on initial non-free gems. Bonus gems will be sent early to mid-March. Refer to the in-game notice for more details. So hey, you're getting 10% back, 10% brave back on those swipes. So not too bad, you know. Hey, a little bit extra helps. There's also gonna be a Portal app campaign. Hopefully the bridge doesn't explode this time. 80,000 points. We're getting 300 of each color Cry Crystal, which is amazing. Like, I'll definitely take that. And then typical rewards, and then who knows when we're getting that 1,200,000. February 2nd, we are getting Caius's Lost Chapter. He'll be getting a rework. His challenge quest will be available. So February 16th, Caius will be featured in Guy's event. and Noel will be getting his costume rebrand. And then on February 5th, we get Guy Eat Beaver, Gentle Giant event. Guy from Final Fantasy II will be dropping. It'll be a free first multi-draw on both banners, Rams of Burst featured on both, and LD boards for both Caius and Guy even. And then February 9th, we're getting Operation Airborne Interception, a co-op event, which also will be, it's a beatback challenge, so there'll be a LUFENIA there as well. New Burst and LD banners until February 26th. It's going to be Ultimecia featured. Penelo will be getting her costume here from, I think it's Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings, that's the name of it. It's actually a really nice costume. February 11th, we are getting Jack, His Lost Chapter Challenge Quest, available until February 25th. Free first multi-draw is free, all 3 banners, so both the Ultimecia Burst debut banners, one featuring her LD and Burst, and then one featuring just her Burst. And then Jack's banner here, have a freebie, and then LD boards for both Penelo and Jack. Now, Jack's an interesting character for me, because I'm not planning on building him up fully, but I want his LD, because his call is so good. People are still using it in JP, and they're, however many months ahead of us. So, just looking at that call is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm still considering it, but I think I'm going to chase Jack's LD for the call. I'm planning on doing the same thing with Hope, too. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. Dimensions on Entropy Tier 20, February 19th. Themes: tough against non-weakness damage becomes tough against brave damage. Advice: characters with weakness damage, brave gains. They should have put in parentheses lightning, because lightning just makes the stage her bitch. Alright, so here we are. Dimensions End Total Entropy. Now this is one heck of a finale to Dimensions End. This feels like a LUFENIA stage. They really go all out to make it thematic, and it really feels like a nice bow on the top of Dimensions End. So I'm excited for this one. There's going to be a free first 10+1 multi-draw and other fabulous bonuses in celebration of Entropy's completion. Previous limited time missions reopened, cannot cleared previously. There's going to be a Burst character featured. Limited time panel missions, earn realization materials, gems, and more. And there'll be additional limited time missions for tiers 15, 18, and 20. Now, this needs to be said. In the JP side of the game, there was a bug when this dropped, to where, if you guys remember, we had all of those gems and ingots and such available for us if you completed, if you completed all the Dimensions End stages back when that released, back with like tier 14 or something, 13. It was a ton of gems. It was a lot of materials, and when this released in JP, those missions became bugged. They weren't supposed to be available again, but they were, and so people were able to double dip and get all those rewards again. Well, I guess from what I've been told, this was addressed directly in the stream. They are not going to be offering global players the same amount of rewards because, again, it was unintended, and from what I was told, it creates a giant rift between new players that can't possibly complete all of these stages, and then players, of course, that can, and there's a massive, resources gap between the two. So they don't want to do that to players, so we're going to be getting these limited time missions for tiers 15, 18, and 20, which, again, new players aren't really going to be able to do that either, but it's not going to be as big of a, resource dump, or gift, rather, to players as it was in the JP version, which was unintended. Act 3 Interlude, short stories. We're getting February 22nd to the 28th. What happens between Acts 2 and 3? Find out in 7 special short stories, which is kind of cool. I am interested to see what happened. I'm sure you guys are too, if you've been following along with the story. And the global first, we have finally arrived. The global first is Balthier with his LD and costume, and oh my god, the reaction to this has been nothing short of controversial. Let's say that. So he'll be getting his level 80 awakening. He'll be getting this costume as well. Now, before we talk about what his LD does, he is not confirmed. He will not be getting a rework. Okay, let that sink in for a second. All right. So right off the bat, not getting a rework. That doesn't sound good. But then you look at his LD. So his LD ability is Tides of Fate. This is assuming that he has the weapon fully built all the way up because he got the passive. So 3 uses: removes all debuffs from party, grants 3 levels Way of the Sky Pirate for 8 turns, which is the buff that he gives himself by using his skills. Steals 3 buffs from each enemy, extends them 1 turn. It's an 8-hit group range brave group HP attack, total HP damage to each enemy, and it enables the special effect Sky Playing Straw. Now, what this does, this is kind of like Squall when he uses Rough Divide, and he gets that buff. Even if that buff like disappears, it's still, the effect is still active. This will not fall off, okay? So he starts quest at level 1, maximum of 5. It increases 1 level after Balthier's turn, and he'll gain an additional 1 level after stealing a buff. So the effects are: at level 1, he'll get 50% extra attack. At level 2, he'll get 50% extra max brave. At level 3, he'll get 20% extra brave damage. At level 4, extra HP damage plus 20%. And at level 5, these bonuses are extended to the party. So, at level 5, the party will be getting 50% extra attack and max brave. They'll be doing 20% extra brave damage, and we'll be doing 20% extra HP damage. You'll also be getting a brave attack plus plus and an HP attack plus plus when this is at level 3, limit break level 3, which will brave plus 3-hit range brave often steals random buffs to the target, increases active Way of the Sky Pirate by 1. HP attack plus plus 3-hit range brave HP attack, increases active Way of the Sky Pirate by 1. So, let's talk about this. So, he is not getting a rework, and a lot of people right out the gate, as soon as they learn that, were like, okay, skip. He's junk. You know, it's his kit is not built for LUFENIA. I get that. I hear people complaining. I hear people's concerns that he hasn't received a rework. I get it. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair point to bring up. That, you know, people are concerned about how is his kit gonna fare. Now, his EX is a normal charger. It's 100% splash to everyone, so his EX has always been pretty good. And now, but the thing with Balthier was he was always a selfish DPS. He didn't really have any kind of utility aside from being able to steal buffs, you know, from enemies. And so now he has these. Now, 50% extra attack and max brave. That's pretty good. You know, Gabranth has something similar where his is like 40% extra on both. I don't think, you know, I think those are nice. You know, he's got some decent auras now, but those definitely aren't the highlight. The highlight here is the extra 20% brave damage and the extra 20% HP damage. Especially where we're at in LUFENIA, those are quite good. Those are quite good. It really seems like they made his LD very loaded to compensate for the fact that he's not getting LD board extension and he's not getting a rework. And yeah, we're thinking like a month and a half. I can't remember how long. We are going to start seeing brave damage reduction on the global side in stages, and it's going to be, I think it's going to shock a lot of global players with how much tankier and chunkier LUFENIA stages are going to get, because on top of having, you know, escalating defensive values, now enemies are going to be having these brave damage reductions, and so having extra brave damage is really going to go a long way. And then of course extra HP damage, and that's terrific. I mean, you can stack that with Karasume, you can stack that with Gabranth, Charlotta, you know, just throwing things out here. It's, you know, that's always great. So I definitely, like I said, I definitely understand people's concerns about him not having a rework. He's going to be single target only aside from his EX and LD. You know, his skill 1 does have some AoE, but it's only a single target dump. So yeah, I get it. I get the concern, but at the same time, I think people aren't giving this LD the credit it deserves. This is a very, very nice LD weapon for sure, and I really, really like the bonuses from it. Now, I already know people are going to ask me, am I drawing for it? I don't know. I don't know. Balthier is my favorite Final Fantasy XII character. I 3-3'd him a long time ago, back with Ultimate Brothers when that grind started. Had some fun with him. So I do like the character, but I have to think about this. I don't know. Aranea and Beatrix were both slam dunk. Didn't have to think about it. I was just like, oh yeah, you know, 100%, you know, drawing on them. Balthier is kind of like, you know, this year's, he's not a global first character, obviously, but because they always released the global first in the anniversary, people had high hopes for this LD weapon. And so I think, this LD definitely lives up to it. But the no rework, man. Ugh, it's so tough. It's tough. It's tough. If he had gotten a rework, I think 99% of the people complaining right now wouldn't be complaining. And people would be hyped and it'd be good to go. But it is what it is. So I have to think about what I want to do here. I really don't know. The LD is great, but I'm just not sold on him not having a rework. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But with Balthier, we're going to be getting a limited time Abyss and co-op event. Abyss, a lead to the thick of it, based on the Feywood from Final Fantasy XII. It'll be a hard and normal difficulty. There's going to be co-op quests, and first multi-draw will be free, featuring Balthier's LD and Ramza's Burst. And now this will be taking place the 31st, so after Divine Diablos, but before Caius' Lost Chapter. We're also going to be getting a global first weapon gloss, the Golden Cact Gun. So, this is going to be our first weapon skin. It's going to be equipable by gun cut type characters. Does not count towards inventory space. It's gloss only. Does not require limit breaking leveling to use. And no equip quantity limit. So you can equip it to as many characters as you want. It's also going to come with gems. So yeah, you'll have to purchase this. I was 100% planning on skipping all the weapon glosses because I think they're a bit silly. But I just think it's hilarious, just imagining like Vincent of all people using like a golden cactar as his gun instead of his normal stuff. So I don't know. I don't want to pay for a weapon skin. But man, I'm a sucker for cactars. If Tonberries are number 1 for me, cactars are number 2. So I don't know. I probably won't do it, but it is adorable. I love it. And per usual with every anniversary, there was a developer Q&A, and so they asked some questions from the community, and I'm actually very, very impressed this year with the questions that were asked. I think there are some genuinely good questions, and I'm very happy that they were given a chance to be answered. So question 1 was, would it be possible to add some more visual detail to buff icons to add clarity and better distinguish different buffs? Right off the gate, we are in there. We are just, it's money. This is the money shot. I love this question. Whoever asked this question, you get a high five and a pat on the back from me. Great question. Because, to be frank, buffs are a clusterfuck in this game. You have no idea what they are unless you hold your finger on a character, and then it opens up the status screen and you see what it is. So the answer to that is, we understand the increased variety of buffs has made differentiating them difficult. Since there are so many buffs, it'll take some time to redesign each of them, but we're going to start with the more common ones first and work from there. We apologize for the inconvenience and ask you to wait a little longer. So, what it sounds like is it's going to be doing like the generic buffs. So attack up, max brave up, defense up, HP regen, brave regen, etc., which is fine. That's great. Maybe they'll do like attack buff, a sword, defense buff, a shield, max brave up. I have no idea what they're gonna do for max brave up. I don't know how you're gonna make that like at a glance like recognizable. But I am very, very happy that they're gonna be doing this. It's definitely a nice little change. Question 2 is, more and more LD weapons and character reworks are released. A number of characters' EX abilities are becoming lackluster or straight up their worst abilities. Cloud, are there any plans to further upgrade EX abilities? The answer is yes, we do plan to strengthen EX abilities. We can't give too many details at this time as we are still determining how to approach it, but rest assured they will be strengthened, thank goodness. However, because this method might be tied to in-game content, it will be implemented in the JP version first, so please understand that it will take a bit longer to reach the global version. AKA, it's going to be a long-ass time, probably a full year, for us to see this. So until then, your Cloud will be relegated to using his EX when he needs to refresh the buff, and pretty much you're going to avoid it like the plague otherwise, unless it's a single target boss, because, man, some EXs are just so sad. Man. I'm glad it's going to be addressed. I'm just disappointed it's going to be so long. I'll wait. Question 3. Any possible update on Abyss, Normalis, Perfectum, series-based Abyss like the FF7, FF9 ones, or maybe even a new LUFENIA level? Thank you for enjoying Abyss. The answer says there will be a special Abyss alongside the upcoming 3rd anniversary, so please look forward to it. This one, I feel like, because it was touched upon with the LD first, the global LD first, they could have maybe swapped out because it was immediately answered, but Okay. Question 4. Could we get a QOL to refresh/reload the friend support page before embarking on a quest? Or maybe favorited friends can appear more often, for instance. Another person that deserves a high five, a slap on the back, just $1 for their thoughts. This is, yes, something else that would be absolutely phenomenal. I can stop getting 3,000, insert blank characters, and I can find the one character I'm looking for, or I can find my friend when I'm trying to do a damn co-op quest, and I can't find what I'm looking for because the servers are kind of janky. The answer to question 4 is currently the cooldown before using the same support unit is 6 hours. So hey, we actually have a definitive answer on that. That's cool. However, that balance was for the initially released content of DFFOO, and as such, it doesn't fit DFFOO today, which plays much different from back then. It may be possible to implement something like a refresh function, please, but before that, we'd like to try reducing the cooldown first. We'll need to discuss how much time to reduce it, but implementing it shouldn't take long at all, so please look forward to it. I will. I absolutely will. Please put a refresh function in. Please. Please. I don't need a shorter cooldown. The shorter cooldown is nice, but I need a refresh so I can stop getting the characters I don't want, and I can find that one character I'm looking for. Like, oh, I'm looking for a Shantado. I need her stuns. I need that burst effect. I can't find her because there's 3,000 clouds or 3,000 Sephiroths, or, insert blank, whatever. So yeah, I'm very happy about that one, if you can't tell. Question 5. Are there any plans to improve co-ops? For example, reduce the amount of time for each turn. Currently it is too long, and I think 15 seconds would be better. 15 is kind of short, but I do get what this guy's saying. Or are there plans to include more optional chaos co-ops? Another good question. We've all been there. We know we're not supposed to play with randoms. It's always just so, it's such agony, but we're like, you know what? None of my friends are online. I just want to knock out some bells. And then you just get the troll character or person that goes AFK, and you're just screwed. So the answer to question 5, in looking at ways to improve co-op, we are indeed discussing the turn timer length. Since we're still discussing what a good timer length would be, I'd say like 30 seconds. 30 seconds feels good. We aren't able to get a definitive answer on this right now, but rest assured we are looking into it. As for Chaos Co-ops, I'd like to try some one-shot implementations of it to test things out before settling on something final. Yes, please. Yes, please. More Chaos Co-ops for good rewards. Yes, please. Because Cosmos Co-ops are in a state right now where if you're playing with friends and you use a burst, you feel guilty. Because Cosmos Co-ops melt. Anything less than Cosmos is a joke. It is, like, for long-time players, it just absolutely just explodes. I really do like the Chaos Co-ops. They do take longer, but it just, I don't know, just for me, it feels much more satisfying to do these Chaos Co-ops because it really feels like everyone actually has to give forth some effort to clear them. And when you actually feel like, for me, when I actually feel like I'm putting forth effort and I'm not just tapping the screen, face rolling a boss, it's a lot more fun for me. So I do personally hope that they do implement more Chaos stuff because, again, I want to be able to use my Sephiroth's burst and have him hitting ones and not feel bad about it. Whereas in a Cosmos, I'm doing big damage, but then it's over and everyone just starts spamming stickers. They're mad. So, yes, please. Question 6. Any thoughts on adding a QOL chain for purchasing armor in the armor token shop? Clicking the purchase button 4 times is a bit tedious. We could have a mechanic for purchasing max tokens with one press, similar to the pop-up when exchanging with Dissidia Points. Question 6 answer. Now that you mention it, I myself have gotten carried away and actually bought 5 armors. We are looking into making it so you can complete exchanges without having to tap 4 times. We apologize for the inconvenience and ask you to please wait a little bit longer. Nice little tiny improvement. I can appreciate that. Hopefully that's improved or implemented soon. It is slightly tedious, but it's nothing too crazy. And then finally, question 7. Are there any plans to add the remaining turn counts for buffs and debuffs when we check status effects on allies and enemies? Sometimes when there's plenty of buffs and debuffs and numbers overlap, we're unable to see all remaining turns. Another person that gets a gold star because there have been so many stages where the camera is at a certain angle and the enemies are the enemies are a certain size to where there's just buffs just overlapping everything. You can't see who's got what. You have to hold your finger on the character and then they pop up, and it's just kind of a mess. It's really a mess. It's like overload almost with kind of how the Star Wars text was in the top left corner, which thankfully we were able to turn that off. So yeah, I would definitely like to see an improvement to this, and the answer to that is we recognize that the durations can be difficult to see when they are covered by things like the UI, so we're starting to look into ways to improve upon this. We plan to address this in the not so distant future, so please look forward to it. And with that, guys, we are at the end of the recap. So yeah, lots of goodies coming with this. Lots of free draws. The Global First LD, of course. We have, QOLs on the way. Got lots of good stuff coming. And things are going to get a little sappy here. So for those that don't want to hear that, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys watching, even though this came out a little bit later than I would have liked it to. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys again soon. But for people that want to stay and listen, I would like to genuinely, sincerely thank each and every single one of you for giving my channel a chance and still watching my content, even though I've been at this now for over 2 years, making content for my channel, and it's been 99% of the way focused on DFFOO. I did a couple playthroughs of some random games along the way. I stream different stuff sometimes, but Dissidia is definitely my primary focus. And for people that still watch my stuff, I have a core group of people that no matter what I upload, they'll watch it. And it's hard to put into words, but I can't thank you guys enough for that, for still giving me a chance, for still engaging with me in streams and my Discord server or whatever, or commenting on a video. I'm unable to respond as much as I was able to before, but I truly appreciate each and every single one of you. This is, I'm just I'm a kid from a small town in Ohio. Okay, something like this, being able to entertain thousands of people is something I never in my life ever thought I would do. And I appreciate you all giving me a chance. I appreciate you guys watching. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, so if I am, I apologize. But we're going into now year four of this game, and it's been a ride. It's been a ride. This game is so different from how it used to be. It used to be so much slower paced. The game was very archaic. There's a lot of things in it that really weren't that fun. But we stuck with it. I stuck with it because I loved how it kind of looked like, early PS2 kind of style graphics. But still allowing me to have, a kind of a core Final Fantasy experience. And, I can pick up and play it for half hour and I can put it down. And I really appreciate that about this game. And to the devs' credit, they have done an absolutely amazing job over these past several years of improving this game and listening to feedback and not having an ego about things and being like, okay, yeah, we can improve that. Yeah, we'll look into that. Let's see what we can do. And that's something I respect this dev team so much for, is that they don't have a big head about things, and they recognize feedback, and they will address things if they're like, yeah, you know what, that's a good idea. It's great. It's great. It really helps me personally be invested in this game that much more, because I know that the dev team is actively listening and adjusting the game, to how the players would like. So yeah, that's great. And I appreciate each and every single one of you for allowing me to share my passion for this game, and still watching my stuff even when my upload times are weird, or I upload something late because of work or, real life obligations or whatever. So, yeah, here's to another great year in DFFOO. I have made some wonderful friends along the way with this. I've met some really, really amazing people. I've talked to so many people with this channel, and it wouldn't have been possible without this game. And it's it's a little emotional. It's a little overwhelming thinking about it all. But I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. So, yeah. Thank you all. Thank you all. Even the people that stuck around just out of morbid curiosity to hear what I'd say at this point, or this late in the video. Thank you all for watching, for listening, for allowing me to ramble, for giving me this platform where I can talk about a game I love. Whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me, whether you think I wail, whether you think I don't. Which I don't. I don't, by the way. I don't. I appreciate it, guys. This community is really amazing. It's so many genuinely wonderful people. So I think I'm gonna cut the video here because I feel like I'm just on loop. I'm just saying the same things, just in different ways at this point. I could just talk more and more. I could just talk all night about how much I love this game and how much I appreciate you guys. But in the interest of brevity and not being redundant, I will cut it here. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you, devs. Thank you, viewers. You guys are a very important part of my life at this point in time, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thanks for making a small town kid feel like he can do something that he never thought he'd be able to do. So, take care, everyone. Have a great day or night, and I'll see you guys again here very soon. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you later.